Hey everybody, Rick Needham from North Pole Downs in Tuley, Greenland. It's December 25th, and this is my Equibase Winter Circle YouTube dayatthetrack.com race of the day. Going to focus on the big feature here this afternoon, folks. Race 8 at North Pole Downs, 2 a.m. Eastern Post Time for the Mistletoe Stakes. It's a 5,600 kilometer steeplechase for 4-year-olds and up, grade 1A, racing for a purse of 1.7 times 10 to the 27th dollars. How the race is going to develop. I had some doubts I'd make this trip this year, as travel eastward was, in my opinion, sketchy at best, but since the terrorism reports from Greenland were somewhere between slim and none, and as the joke continues, Slim has already left the house. I will indeed leave again tonight, December 22nd, for Greenland. My decision this year was being made easier since my local wagering hole, Penn National, is now closed until early February, with the new casino being coupled with all the track electronics. My only protection making this trip for the 10th straight year is the fact that I didn't announce the decision until now, keeping those fanatics away from my limo. Okay, it's a PT Cruiser that I'm driving myself to Newark, New Jersey airport to catch my flight. It is indeed snowing here in Greenland, but the landing strip had been cleared easily. After all, it's Christmas, as opposed to the holiday season. Well, folks, with all the balmy temperatures here in my area of central Pennsylvania over the course of the last 2 days, we did have a horrible ice storm last weekend. No power for almost 3 days here in Harrisburg. Not had any influence on the record snowfalls here in Tuley, Greenland, as North Pole Downs hosts their annual feature, the Mistletoe Stakes. The weather is back to normal today, hovering around minus 14 degrees Celsius. You know, folks, it's going to go on a tangent here. The United States is now the only country in the world not using the metric system as it scales the weight and measures. Canada recently converted, and England, the original source of the English system, has converted. And as another trivia note, when our Constitution was signed, the only legal system of weights and measures was indeed the metric system. Compared to last week's reports, which I was reading in the United States, is about a 25-degree decrease in temperature here. Despite the chilling breezes and the new snow, as noted in my preamble, attendance is up again this year. The folks are ready for the action. Most of the field is actually the same as entered last year, and as expected, the old brood mare, number 3 Mrs. Claus, who will be running again on Lasix, will spring to the early lead. She's the early riser in the field. She'll be out of the gate early, hopes for once again to press her male counterparts into submission. As they head into the 23rd kilometer pole, unfortunately, her pace profile shows she'll weaken from the early pace, and a recently gelded number 7 Rudolph, known to the medical elite as the quadruped with the vermilion proboscis, showing the effects of the medical sword with a brilliantly glowing nose to complement his base skin, suddenly will burst into the lead, being pursued closely by the paired entry of number 1 Prancer and number 1A Dancer, who will stick to the lead for another 475 kilometers. But folks, you know, jockey Jesus Nazaretio is unbeaten on the giant horse number 7 Chris Kringle, a rare German breed who will take total control of the situation at the 975 kilometer mark for another victory here at North Pole Downs. This is an unusual race. Unlike the others on the card today, only win betting is allowed. Chris Kringle, folks, in a near walkover. It's been another painful year, especially in Iraq. Let's get our soldiers home. And whatever your religious affiliations are, enjoy the race, enjoy the season. Merry Christmas, and have a peaceful trip to the window. So from North Pole Downs on Christmas, Rick Needham for the Equibase Winter Circle, YouTube, and our buddies at dayatthetrack.com reminding you as always to please bet with your head, not over it.